evening, everybody, and thank you once again for tuning into the Mr. Phil Show for another week of laughs and music. I'd like to introduce to you tonight our friend and let's see, I guess we could say our friend and mentor, because actually lately he's been teaching a lot of people a lot of things, and we're going to talk about that with our friend Mr. Phil. Phil, want to come out? Phil? I think Phil fell asleep. There you are. Hi, how are you? Let's have a seat. So, I was just mentioning that you've been like a mentor to so many people and so many different things, and I wanted to talk about that today. And, let people know what kind of things, what ways have you helped people lately? Let's kind of give them an idea of that.
Let's put it this way, trying to give them their starts, because this show has opened so many doors to so many people. There's this one girl that started with us 4 years ago.
Right.
Okay? And I don't want to mention her name right now because there's some very big things happening with her.
Right. Don't want to jinx anything.
Right. So I don't want to mention it, but this girl is on the front cover of a magazine.
Good. And
I was told that her pictures of her album and everything that she's doing is in the subways, in the New York subways.
All right.
Okay? And you and me are hosting a special show.
Just for her, right?
Where this one could be winning a big award and be the next pop sensation. Something as big as American Idol.
Well, that would be an honor, wouldn't it?
Right, it would be an honor. And this is something you and me will be involved in.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean,
that's what I mean. He's a mentor to everybody. He's getting me into all of this other stuff. Where now I'm a year into being this hostess and being a director. It's just always a lot of fun. But there's always new things to learn, and that's my thing. Is there's always something new to learn.
Right.
And I think people ought to know that.
Okay, because one thing I learned about this show, even though the name still goes for 21 years. Okay? With every co-host, it's a different show.
Oh, yeah.
It's a different show completely with every co-host that we ever had. We could have changed the name 21 times and it would be a brand new series.
That's true.
Okay? And a lot of these guests go with the former co-hosts.
Mm-hmm.
They were used to them and they knew how they operated and they stick with them.
Sure.
Because our last co-host that we had that was with us for 7 years.
Right.
So she had her own string of guests, especially like when we went into this.
Right.
Into this original.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just funny that most of these guests are now gone.
Right. They're growing up and moving on.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and they moved on. And the ones that we've taken on since you've come on board, now it's 13 months ago.
Yeah.
13 months
That's
ago.
That's what I said. A little over a year
they
ago.
They stick with us, and they come back again and again to us.
Right.
So I learned that each...
It's nice to have a familiar home base for these budding artists to be able to return to, a humble beginning, starting point, whatever, that they can come back and they're familiar.
Right. Like the few that have crossed over to us actually say it's a different show. They feel like they were on a different show.
Right. Well, years ago it was a little different. It was a bit of a different show than it is now.
Right.
Because we did karaoke songs and we didn't feature artists with writing their own songs.
Right.
So now one of our main goals is to get as many young artists, even if you're not young, and you're still like me, you just want to start out with something. This is the opportunity.
Right.
When you run into someone like Phil or I, and we ask you, do you want to be on the show? It's a great stepping stone, even though it's public access, to get yourself on TV and have something to show people that, look, this is what I did.
Right.
And really gives them a start.
They don't realize, people, the better deal is with us. Because when you go on a regular show, yes, you got more coverage, but less time.
That's true. And when we talk to our guest tonight, she can tell you about her past experiences on the show and how she felt about that, and
right.
what coming back tonight, how that is, and what it means, and what she's going to be doing for her future, which I was talking to her before, and we've got some big things to talk about.
Right.
So I think that'll be fun.
Right, because I've done many national shows.
Yes.
And the little secret I'm going to give you and give everybody: when you do a national show, you generally have 90 seconds to do your song.
Wow, that's not much time. Most songs are a lot longer than that.
Right.
You got to cut it out.
On those, like when you went on these The Voice or the former X Factor, American Idol, or America's, or even America, they give you America's Got Talent. They give you 90 seconds.
Right.
Okay, on Jimmy Kimmel, they let me do the full song.
Right. Well, that's a bit of a different,
Right.
That's a different format, so.
Right. I mean, that was a rarity in itself. Not everybody gets an opportunity like that.
Only you.
Only me, yeah.
Oh, boy.
But, on here, you're getting a whole show to yourself.
It's true. That's true. We usually talk back and forth, and we'll talk about the weather, and we'll talk about, like today, we're talking about how we're helping people, bringing them up, and helping getting their faces out there. And gosh, we talk to ourselves, amongst ourselves, but for you guys to get information. And then what we do is we let Phil sing, and then we bring out our guest, and by the time we interview them, they actually have a half an hour or so to really put out their music.
Right.
Which is a long time.
Right.
Because other shows, I think if you get on anybody else's show, if they get 5 minutes worth of time, even the national shows.
Right.
Like when you were on the Jimmy Kimmel show. I mean, if he has a musical guest, they get 5 minutes to do a song. And maybe if they're lucky, they get a second song.
Right.
Yeah.
They only get one song on that,
Yeah, because there's multiple guests.
Right.
Right. And we don't do multiple guests very many times.
Right. It's just funny the way the phases of God, the generations of my show. Like, for instance, back in 1998, believe it or not, we tried this phase of bringing musicians on with original music.
It didn't work then?
It didn't work out at all. We were called Access 8, and they liked the karaoke better. When I started that, it just didn't seem to work so well.
Wow.
Because at that time, original music is not like now. We used to have mostly these people on that were folk singers. And they used to do long songs, long, slow.
All right, yeah.
10-minute long songs.
Yeah, Meatloaf style songs. That's what I call them.
It just didn't, and in other words, they weren't ready for that back then.
Right. Yeah, people on it, they were sitting and not only weren't ready for original music, but people at that point wanted to hear the familiar, what's on the radio. I want to see how somebody else sings it, and if they can sing it. And people are challenging themselves that way.
It was a different generation then, too.
Yeah.
I mean, because back then, believe it or not, you could make a career with original music, without cover.
Yeah.
You could make a career.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, back then, I used to have people on the shows. I used to have young girls on the show that were great singers with all cover stuff, and they were getting called to different things. It was
Sure.
a different generation.
Well, that's it. And now we've got all these copyright laws that we have to watch.
Right.
And we've got all different kinds of clearances that we have to get to use songs, and they have to be public domain if we're going to use them on the air.
Right.
On our show, and it's going to go, if it's going to go from Little Port Jervis here to New York City.
Right.
So we have to use caution in which songs we put up as well.
Yes.
Because there's some songs that are public domain that people do that are karaoke, and they can do it and they can take it and they can do it on our show now. But back in the time when you were doing strictly karaoke songs. You didn't have all those restrictions because you weren't being shown in New York City and all that, right?
Right.
Only because
Just
you were local.
here, and there was something here. But public domain, I don't know if I want to put that out there because those are songs from the 1920s
Right.
and 1930s.
Exactly.
I'm not sure I'd even want to put that on here.
That's
stuff
why
like
we're
that.
better
Very,
with our
very old
original
stuff.
artists.
Our show is a younger show. It wouldn't.
That's right.
I don't think it would go so good.
That's right. Unless, they could take it and restyle the music, I suppose.
Right.
But no, today people want to hear something fresh and something new, and back then, of course, karaoke, that was easy. And like I said, you were more or less local. I mean, Phil's show has grown so much now that he's out in New York City and Manhattan and Brooklyn, and before, when he was doing the little shows, it was just Port Jervis area.
Right. At one time, we had a little more of a base. When I first started, it was Port Jervis, Montague, New Jersey, and Matamoros, PA. So we had more of a following then.
Right, but local.
Very
Right.
local. It was still very local.
Right. Now we have that plus.
Well, we lost.
Or do we have?
We lost Montague and Matamoros.
Right.
To another cable company. We lost that, but that wasn't such a very big area anyway.
Okay.
But we, I'd rather have it the way we have it now.
Yeah. So for those of you who are still with us that have watched Phil over the years, you've seen the transformation and you've seen what's been going on. My email address is always put up during the beginning and end credits. If any of you have watched the show for many years and care to comment on changes that you've seen that you either liked or not liked,
right,
we would love to hear that, because when we do an anniversary show or when we do our telethon, which is also coming up,
right,
we can put those things, we can read those letters and let people know how people feel about the show.
right.
And it'll help us when we're with the telethon, especially to raise money, how people, how they want to tune in and what they want to see, and it helps us bring you a better show.
Yeah. There are people here in Port Jervis, though, the diehards, that like the old way better. Because I get emails from them, you know what I mean?
Right.
But they don't understand we can't do it that way anymore.
Right.
And if we're putting all this energy on a Friday night into a show with all this work, I'm not going to just do a show just for a small area.
Sure. We want to touch as many people as we can. So he's, like he said, he's gotten emails from people. I haven't gotten any emails yet.
Right.
Here I've been putting my address up there for over a year. I haven't gotten any emails. So do you guys like me? Send me an email and let me know what's going on, what you think of the show, and
Right.
How are we doing so far? How am I doing so far? What do you think? I only know what Phil tells me, and I'm not sure he's not biased.
But people in the rest of the Hudson Valley love us. Out in.
When we go out, it's pretty fun. Yeah.
I mean, people recognize us wherever we go.
Yeah.
You should see this.
It's interesting, yeah.
It's the questions they ask us.
Oh, yeah. Oh, always people want to know, aren't you two married? No, sorry. Well, we are married, but not to each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, in New York City, they ask us that, too.
They did ask. Well, somebody asked us that one day, and just to make them giggle. I was like, yeah, we are married. And he's like, oh, really? Happily married for how many years? I said, well, I've been happily married for 30 years. He's been happily married for 45 years. I said, can you figure that one out?
Yes. Plus, they can tell Mary is like a mommy to me.
Oh, well.
Yes. The way she looks after me.
Now, you don't want to let these people know too much how you're a baby, do you?
Last night, that was fun. That took the cake.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to tell you guys, you know what? Phil can be quite stubborn. If he wants to go out and do karaoke or he wants to go out and sing and do things, he's going to go out and he's going to do it anyway, no matter how he feels. And this is a man, he's not 1,000% the way he should be. Most Americans aren't anyway. We all have our issues and our medical issues and stuff. I won't go into his medical issues, except, well, I don't know. Anyway, but he comes in last night to our karaoke and just didn't look right. And I told him, go home. I said, you got to go home. You can't stay here. He said, why I already drove here? I've come over. You've come up 15 minutes and I drove all this way. Can I even do one song? I said, you know what? Fine. Do one song and then you better get home. So he climbs off the stage after his one song and he goes, okay. I said, how do I look now? I said, you still look like you're tired or what? You don't feel well. You need to go home. Can I do a second song? I was like, oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. I really wish I had his mom to call up and say, what do you do?
You are my...
That's it. I mean, she's coming through loud and clear, let me tell you.
Oh, yeah.
So, he did go home after the second one. So I'm hoping that to everybody tonight, he looks a little better than he did last night. He was looking a little pale because he just, I don't know, something he took just didn't agree with you.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Then another time, she actually took candy away from me.
Yes. Yes. I had to take candy away from him like a 3-year-old because he just kept eating these Hershey's Kisses as we're walking around New York City, popping one in his mouth every 10 seconds. I was like, Phil, you're not supposed to have caffeine? No. You know there's caffeine in chocolate? No, there's not. Yes, there is.
Hand them over.
Hand over the how many more you have? Oh, about 10. Oh, give them over. I want to throw them in the garbage. So on that note, I think we should get up and sing a song so we can proceed with our guest.
All right.
Now, what are you going to do tonight? So I'm going to back you up on this.
I had a dream.
Oh, we have a dream. We do.
We do. Dunkle.
Yes, he's my dunkle. That'll be explained on another show to make you laugh.
I had a dream, my dreams have come true. I had a dream, I'd like to thank you.
And we'd like to thank you.
I sing from my heart.
He sings from his heart.
You know that it's true.
Can you feel it too?
I had a dream. Now I stand in front of you.
Oh,
I chase the rainbow.
chase the rainbow. Pot of gold.
I grab for the brass ring.
Grab for the brass ring.
And here in my
fun. Phil likes when I back him up and we're singing, and
Oh, yes.
you know, it's his songs that he's recorded on his own album.
Yes, and
From years ago actually, and we're gonna try to recut some of those songs.
yeah, re-record them again. You
Yeah.
know, with Mary backing me up because I think it sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
And Carl Richards is trying to get a major label to pick up some of these songs.
That would be nice.
Yes.
Well, while we're talking about trying to get picked up on major labels,
Yes.
and we're talking about moving on and trying to get bigger, better things, why don't we introduce our guest tonight,
Okay.
Danielle?
Danielle.
And let's see what kind of bigger and better things she has been doing since her last appearance with us.
Yes.
Hello, Danielle. It's so good to see you again.
Oh, thank you for having me. Great to see you.
Hi,
Yes.
hi. So now, what was the last time you were on? You remember the
In
date?
September.
In September
I
it
here.
was.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Right.
So it's been a few months. We've gone over some winter stuff.
Some snow and things, yeah.
All right, well, that's good. How did you make out with all of that?
I enjoy the snow occasionally. If I don't have to shovel it, I enjoy it.
Yeah, I think we can all say that.
Right.
And it just kind of confuses me with the warm days that we get.
I know.
It's
Last
like, wait a
week
minute.
it was so warm, and tonight it's freezing.
Yes.
Tomorrow night is supposed to go down to 6 degrees.
Yes, that's what I've heard. And I heard
Wow.
we're supposed to get some kind of snow showers, and they don't
Yeah.
expect much to stick or anything.
It was
but
flurrying by me earlier. Little
It
flurries
did,
today.
yes,
Yeah,
actually,
Warwick.
yeah. And so over in Middletown, where we're from, same thing.
Yeah.
We went outside and the cars had snow on them. It's like, wow, okay, it really is still winter.
I know.
After it
known?
was 75 degrees.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's not fair. They gave us a little taste of spring
boy, let me
and took
tell
it
you.
back.
Right, take it back.
Yeah.
So last time you were on with us, you were you still in high school at the time?
I go
Or-
to SUNY Orange
you
right
were
now.
go-
It's
you
community
did, that's
college
what it was.
in Middletown.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, yeah. And how is that going?
It's good. It's really
Yeah?
good. But since then, I've been accepted to Belmont University. It's in Nashville.
All right.
Wow.
So I'll be going there this fall. I'm really
Oh
excited
my
for
God,
it.
That
that's
is-
great.
That's very exciting.
And I'll be studying songwriting.
Ah,
Yeah, so I'm really excited. They're like well known for that. It's right near Music Row in Nashville.
really?
Yeah, so I'm really excited to
Wow. Oh, that's going to be at the time of your life. It really is.
Yeah.
I think, you know.
Wow.
And to think you probably have your stuff on the air one of these days on the radio and
be there. Right?
you
Yeah,
know,
that's the dream.
your own stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
geez, going to school right down there. You got all
Yeah,
these.
there are a lot of good
people that
opportunities
can
there. They
help
say that
you.
like internships are really big. With,
Really?
like, music labels, they're always looking for kids, especially from Belmont. So it's good to have like that kind of
Wow.
connection that's right in the heart of Nashville.
So and that college is really connected with a lot of the acts and stuff that are
Yeah.
down there.
I'm excited to do
It's
that.
very exciting.
You're the
Very
second
exciting.
one of our guests that got that. We had another girl who was on here, Megan Riley.
Oh,
And
okay.
she's from New Jersey,
Mm-hmm.
not that far from here, and she is down there also in college studying music and performing down there.
Wow.
And we have another girl who goes down every summer to record and to perform down there, and that's Zarina, who's been with us for 5
Yeah, I
years.
don't know if you've met her. or
Serena
not.
No, I
Ru-
haven't met her.
Ah, okay. If you do the telethon with us, you might meet her. Well, she coming up? No, she's coming. The
No,
telethon.
she
But on a-
rather
on a
because she
future
lives so
show,
far
we
away.
do.
She'd rather do a regular show. She's got new originals for us, so
Oh, that'll be
we
exciting.
can't get her
Oh,
that
great.
much. So I picked her for the regular
Yeah.
Well, don't overwork you, Zarina. Save that for a little bit later.
show. Yeah.
So, what was the process like getting into this kind of a school?
Oh, I had to send in 2 original songs first. I had
Okay.
to write out the music, so like the melody and everything, and write out the lyrics and send
Oh,
it all
wow.
to them. And they told me that not only do the professors like look at your music and decide if you'll be accepted,
Mm-hmm.
but they also have people from like SUNY Records and things like
Oh,
that,
wow.
like Sony Music Studios.
Right.
Look at the music and see if they like it too.
Wow.
So it's nice to know.
So when you're submitting that to them, is it just written down, or is it you're submitting it to them with their music and the words, and then you're submitting to them a copy of you doing it?
Yeah, also a copy. I had to
Mm-hmm.
record them with Charles Lang over in Middletown.
Okay.
He helped me out, and I sent them the files to 2 of my originals.
Who
Wow.
are you recording with?
Charles Lang. He's located in Middletown. Do you know him?
Oh.
Your face says you might.
He played on this show, I think, back in 1998.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. That long ago. Oh, I should tell him. He'll remember.
Oh yeah.
Anybody who's...
Well, anybody who's been on this show before will remember.
Yeah.
It's not something you soon forget.
Yeah.
Did you ever think of going on The Voice or one of those shows?
People ask me that all the time, but I haven't heard good things about them. I've heard that they're rigged, that they already have people that they want and
Pre-picked.
Yeah, that they're
I've
pre-picked,
heard that
so.
myself. I haven't heard good things, and I mean, I don't want to bash another show,
Right.
but I'm not sure that they're quite so fair.
Right. That, and I don't really think that they're looking for songwriters. People who go on those shows.
Well,
they're
they
doing
do.
covers.
Right, they are doing covers.
Mhm.
They're not interested. They want people to recognize what these people are
Yeah,
singing.
they really do.
And if you're doing a cover, they're going to recognize it. You're doing your own thing. They're going, that sounds really good, but I can't sing along with it because I don't know the words.
Right. Exactly.
And they want to be able to sing along, and yeah.
Yeah, something they're familiar with.
That's the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've had some invitations to go on their show, but Mary does not really want me to do it.
No.
No,
She's very protective of me, and she doesn't
won't
want me
let
to
you.
do it.
There's certain things, it's like you got to really look at it and say, well, what are they going to use you as? How are they going to do it? And I'm sure people have seen the YouTube videos and all that kind of stuff with Phil. And well, one show tried to make a clown out of him, and it was just like, okay, that's their shtick. That's what they do.
Right.
They like to take people and make fun of them if they don't think they're the greatest singer in the world,
Yeah.
or if you have a certain look, they think, hey, let's do a joke thing instead of doing a serious thing.
That's not right.
Right. When they put you through a whole montage and everything else.
Yeah, that's not fair.
Yeah.
Like this, then they wanted me back.
Right.
And I even had a reservation to go down there, but for a lot of reasons, Mary didn't want me to do it.
Yeah.
Besides going in the winter and waiting out in the cold.
Right. It would have been a 3-hour drive,
Oh, wow.
and then waiting
Yeah.
in the snow all those hours, or the cold all those hours, whether it snowed or not.
Yeah, it doesn't sound
know.
worth it to me.
Not really. No, not to. And then you don't get to see the finished product until you're sitting there watching it with your family and friends.
At home.
And then all of a sudden, it's like, wait a minute, that's not what I remember doing.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they edit it too to their
That's
liking.
that's
to their
just
liking, because
it. Yes.
What happened on that show, it really was a misunderstanding, okay?
Okay,
I was asked to be on this show from the people of Jimmy Kimmel. The first day they treated me royally. I mean, I had a VIP pass. They gave me lunch. They gave me soda, coffee, and they were walking around videotaping me and playing little games, having fun. Then, when they called me to be on the show, somehow they didn't tell them who I was or what the purpose was. They made a big mistake and thought I was like one of the guests that was standing outside, and that's exactly what they used me as. And everything was, thrown out the window.
Right.
And then with the song that I was told to do, it was the wrong song. If it had been left the way it was, it would have been like the fill. It would have been a funny thing. It would have went
Would have went with their
Yeah.
whole
it
funny
went good
thing,
with,
right?
because that's what they expected. But then when you did it, they didn't know who you were, and the judges heard it. What is this? You know what I
Right.
mean? And so that didn't work. Bad enough it didn't work out so well. But I didn't even open my mouth to start singing. The song has an introduction like what you just heard on the theme when we went on.
Right.
I didn't even open my mouth to do anything, and they already threw the first X at me.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
They don't
that's,
even give you a chance.
No.
I didn't even
Yeah.
do anything yet.
Right.
And then afterwards, when they edited it, they made it look worse than it was.
Oh, okay.
There was a guy before me who was really dreadful. And they were playing Hit the Road Jack for him, and people were saying, get off the stage. They didn't show that.
I've seen
but
that a
they
few
took
times.
that thing and put it in mine, which never happened that
Yeah.
You see?
Creative editing. It's
Right, the power of
Yeah,
editing.
it
I'm
is.
sure they added like booze or whatever they want,
They-
way. Right.
they
Because
can
we
take
went
bits
off,
and
we
pieces.
parted. We said it was a misunderstanding and stuff like that. And, they apologized to me and all that. And, we went off and shook hands and everything. That would have been more of a thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Everything went very well. And then when they edited, they
That's right. They edited all the pieces together that, let's see, this will make it real funny.
Right. Let's look at views or something like that.
Yes.
But it should really just be about the music.
right.
That's right.
See, there was one problem then. I didn't have Mary at that time. This never would have happened with her.
Well, right. I mean, I would have probably seen through them, but, when you're going down there for the first time and, you're by yourself, you're trusting people. I'm sure you're going to have that problem of who do I trust and who do I believe when you go down to school.
Right.
And you have people coming up to you saying, I want to put you on this show or that show. And you've got to really know them and what they do and how they take things. Do they take them and twist them around like those shows do?
Right. You have to analyze people
Right,
and decide what they're all about.
Ahead of me, when I auditioned just for the for the legal part of it, but they already knew what they were doing, because ahead of me they would use two pop singers. They were like 11, 12 years old, gorgeous little girls, very polite, very sweet and all, and excellent voices. I talked to them, we talked to them, I talked to their parents. I see them coming out of there crying, and they didn't take them. And when I heard them, I even said to them, they lived up in Boston. I said, if you were hanging over another week, I'd bring you up to my show.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Especially when they're so young. You said they were like 11?
11,
right?
imagine.
11,
Wow.
I mean, when you were 11, were you doing music and
I was
playing
taking
stuff?
music lessons. I don't know if I was performing as much.
Yeah, I was going to say,
but that takes a lot
that's
for
a
an
lot
11-year-old.
at that age.
Definitely. You're shy at that point.
Sure.
Yeah, definitely.
And only a handful of people, if that, are going to make it at that age.
Right.
They have to do like you're doing. You're going to go to college and fine tune your abilities to write songs, and hopefully one day you'll be writing for big people, and or maybe you'll just make your own. You'll be the singer-songwriter like Carole King. And
I love Carole King.
Oh,
yeah.
me too. Me too. She's she's great.
Yeah, I know.
So, it would be an honor even to be in her footsteps. It really would.
Definitely.
So,
Mary, how come you never went to a Carole King concert? You've gone to so many James Taylor.
well, I haven't really seen many Carole King concerts out there available. So, and of course, James Taylor is my absolute favorite. Do you know James Taylor?
No, I don't. Not
Oh
familiar.
my! If you know Carole King, you should listen to some of James Taylor's stuff. It's all in the same
Like genre kind of? Yeah,
it's
I
just
will.
pretty
I'll
much
look it
the
up.
same. Very, very nice, very good stuff. And Carly Simon,
Oh, okay.
they're all in the same, same suit. They all came up together at the same time, and they're all friends, and
Oh, really nice.
and they would you play with each other and stuff too.
Right.
So if you like them, you would love James Taylor, and he's got a concert coming up soon.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, well, right. I mean, he's been doing concerts for
Yeah.
much longer than any of us want to even think about. So the songs that you're going to do tonight, now, are any of them songs that you did last time, or are you going to
A few
repeat
of
some?
them are. I have a few new ones that I'm throwing in there. Mixing them
Okay.
up. Yeah.
Some new ones and some old ones.
Yes.
That's good, because when you get you back enough times, the ones that you do that you repeat, you're going to have familiar songs on our show.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Right? It'll be just like, oh, she's coming back. I love that music. Now I know those songs.
Right. With original music, it's like you have to play them and play them
That's
so
right.
people get familiar with them.
That's
Yeah.
right. And that's what we're hoping. I mean, we had in
we-
September.
like I could take Zarina. I had her for 5 years in my show. I could take her first show and watch it, and then take her last show and see the
See the
difference in
progression.
her.
Yeah. You can see the progress.
You-
Yes.
This girl was remarkable. She started out so shy, she could hardly even talk at the time.
Oh, wow.
And
Yeah, you
during
get
that
nervous.
interim, she became a co-host because the co-host that preceded Mary was always busy with her own shows because she was an opera singer
Oh, okay.
and an actress, so she had that career also. So between our shows, so we used to have a lot of backup co-hosts,
Right.
and she was like one of the youngest, but she was very good. I mean, she just wouldn't stop talking this way.
Yeah.
She was great at interviewing people older than her. Funniest
Wow.
thing she ever did, we had one of the oldest singers on the show that I got from an open mic, and they're giving her yes, no answers. So she says, "Can you please give me full details, you know?"
That's so funny.
Yeah.
She knows how to get the information
Get
out
the
of them.
information out of people.
Yes.
That's right. I think that you're probably a little easier speaking with people. It doesn't seem like you're as shy as
Thanks.
a
Yeah,
lot
I
of people,
enjoy
which is
speaking to other
good
people,
because
learning about them,
you-
they get to learn about me.
right when
Yeah.
you're outgoing and they see that your personality and through your music, and and then when they talk to you, they go, "Wow, she's like her music.
Yeah.
This is great."
Exactly.
They're like, "Well, I mean, we hope so." So actually, I'd like everybody to see your style
Right,
and your
okay.
music and how much you
Right.
like your music. So Danielle's going to play, gosh, at least what do you got? 5, 6 songs
I think
for
I have 6
us.
songs tonight.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's see how much
Go
of
on
them we
up.
can get
Great.
in and
Thank you
get
so
started.
much.
We look forward to this.
Thank you.
I'll take this one. Thank you.
Wow. Wow.
This will be fun. I like it when we have people come back, especially this is for me. This is a first return guest,
Yes, it is.
so it'll be fun to look back at the September episodes, and then go and see this one.
Okay, yes, that'll be great.
Okay. This first song is called Silhouettes. Staring at silhouettes, reflections we can't see. Chasing the lines just to find some clarity. We want the world to be clear-cut in black and white. The sooner we know it's not, we'll give up this fight. But I know the questions are easy to ask, but the answers are hard to find. We choose to lie to ourselves just to find some peace of mind. But not this time, this time. No one believes we can change the world anymore. One step to the left and we're pulled right back through the door. And sometimes it feels like the war's already lost. And we have to ask ourselves what's gained and at what cost. But I know the questions are easy to ask, but the answers are hard to find. We choose to lie to ourselves just to find some peace of mind. But not this time. But I know the questions are easy to ask, but the answers are hard to find. We choose to lie to ourselves just to find some peace of mind. But not this time. This time. Thank you. This next song is called Always. story's not new, and yet the feeling comes through. Somehow I find a heart like yours, a heart like yours. I wish I could be the one you need. You don't know how easy I could fall for you. I could fall for you. You don't see what I do when I look at you. It's like I always knew. I understand the choices you make. You give and you take, and still I dream it's me next to you, lying next to you. I wish I could be the one you need. You don't know how easy I could fall for you. I could fall for you. You don't see what I do when I look at you. It's like I always knew. I always knew. I always knew you. I always knew. I always knew you. You don't know how easy I fell for you. I fell for you. Thank you. Thanks. This next song is called I Can't Hear You. Once in a while, you'll find yourself standing in the same place you once were before. Look to the left, look to the right, but nothing is quite the way it used to be. So you're on to me. Well, you have told me to believe the power inside of me, but I can't hear you. I can't hear you. You love me right and love me pure, but honesty takes so much more. I can't hear you. I can't hear you anymore. Once, now and then, you'll find yourself questioning everything you thought to be true. And then you'll say to yourself, I don't like the way the cards have been dealt. The cards have been dealt. to believe the power inside of me, but I can't hear you. I can't hear you. You love me right and love me pure, but honesty takes so much more. I can't hear you. I can't hear you anymore, anymore, anymore. Once in a while, you'll find yourself standing in the same place you once were before. Thank you. Okay, this next one is called Time. No one ever says the words you want to hear, the words that we need make us realize all our fears in time. And someone comes, someone goes, and they go. Love can touch us one time and last a whole life through. Well, maybe there's a reason why I spent this time with you. And someone comes, someone goes, and they go. The grains of sand may fall and fall. Our glass may never turn. Oh, how I wish I could stand still and thank you for all I've learned in time. And someone comes, someone goes, and they go. Someone comes, and they go, they go, they go, they go, they go, they go. In time. Thank you. This song is called The Way I Do. You broke all your promises, and you left my love behind. And when you say my name, someone else is on your mind. But still I fall, I fall, I fall, I fall into your arms. You hold me once, and then I'm yours, and I get lost in you. I believed all the words you said meant everything, but you don't feel the way I do. If you look through my eyes, you could do no wrong. Oh, love's a foolish game, and I'm the fool you've played for so long. But still I fall, I fall, I fall, I fall into your arms. You hold me once, and then I'm yours, and I get lost in you. I believed all the words you said meant everything, but you don't feel the way I do. And if I was to walk away today, I may never know a love quite the same. But if I do, you'll never know how much I needed you. I needed you. I needed, I needed, into your arms. You hold me once, and then I'm yours, and I get lost in you. I believed all the words you said meant everything, but you don't feel the way I do. Thank you.
Beautiful job.
Wonderful.
Okay. Wonderful. Well,
We're on the side
Danielle,
again.
you're here for us to make a very special big announcement.
That's right. We
While
wanted to
you
include you
are
in it today
playing,
while you were
We
playing.
just got a call from our president and our manager, Carl Richards, that starting this Tuesday night, we have been expanded. The Mr. Phil show is expanding on to the new public access station in Matamoros, Pennsylvania.
Yes.
So for those of
Yeah.
you, thank you. So
Yeah,
that's
it's a
the first
big
time we're
thing.
going interstate with the Mr. Phil show. That
That's
we're going
right.
to another state. So you know anybody in Matamoros? They've been asking for this for many, many years.
Let's
to
get 'em
come
out
into
there, yeah.
Matamoros. And this will be the new public access station in Matamoros, Tuesday night at 10 o'clock.
Tuesday night at 10 o'clock. All right. Oh, you're going to have to share with your friends. And, and you know what that means?
Yeah.
That means we have to have you back in another couple
Yes.
months
That's right.
before
So-
you go down to school.
I would love to.
You
Yeah.
know, and get you out there. I want to have you on another show for our Matamoros
Yes.
people.
That's
That'd be
wonderful.
great.
Right.
Okay.
So thank you very much, Carl, and all that you do for us.
Yes, Carl. Thank
And
you
we
so much.
appreciate you as our
And thank you to
president and
Matamoros.
as my manager. And thank you for Another great show, Danielle, and you could take us out with your last song.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you
Okay?
so much.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thanks again for having me. This song is called Light. Fly away, come and hide away. Run to me in your arms. Face me and embrace me. Hold on to me in your arms. And I'll lie there until the morn, and I'll die there till I turn to stone. You know the way, point me to you. Open up your eyes, it's all you have to do. Hold me tonight, don't let me fall. You are the light, my light. Drift away, turn and run away. Look for me in my eyes. Watch me, follow closely. Search for me in your eyes. And I'll lie there until the morning.